All right, guys, it's Nissan today once again because we got a lot of work ahead of us. We gotta get it done. So, I tried to film like 5 different videos in the last 2 days, and it was a crapshoot each time. So I apologize for missing videos. Trust me, I've been going nuts down here. The E36, we have some issues with that. It's been kicking my ass. I'll explain it all tomorrow. But for today, I'm not gonna look at that car. We're gonna work on the Sonda. So quick update, the other day, Brian went ham and he's been working on the floor pan some more. He was able to hammer this thing into a crazy shape to actually match up to the factory floor pan, so it's integrating beautifully. I'm very proud of this. It's coming out amazing. And you know, I have to make a statement now, because the video of us doing the fuel cell and stuff like that, there's a lot more comments than usual about some everything. So obviously, we're not done. We have a lot of work. There's a bunch of stuff we have to do to the fuel cell. There's a bunch of stuff we have to do to the floor pan. And I just wanted to say, you guys need to trust us sometimes. I think we've proven ourselves time and time again that we tend to think about what we're doing. And just because we don't say it on camera doesn't mean we're not going to address it. Have some faith. Have some patience. We got this. That being said, I do appreciate you guys' input, but of course, have some faith. So today, it's back to the grind of getting the chassis ready for paint. So we have a lot of finalizing to do. We have a lot more holes in the engine bay to fill up, because you guys now want me to shave it and make it look a little more tucked, which is cool. I'm not mad about it. It's just a little bit more work. And we could officially drop the front and rear subframes and all the suspension components and start getting everything refreshed, powder coated, and get it ready for when the chassis is clean to put it all back together. Because as you guys have realized, we've been working with the crustiest pieces here just for mock-up. So, time to pull it all apart, get it sent out, get everything looking fresh and brand new, because the car deserves it, and ready to go. I'm gonna shut up, and let's start off by taking apart the whole front end. So whole S13 suspension's on the ground. Now before I take out the last piece, which is the tension rod brackets, I actually want to make a whole brace on it. Nissan makes this thing called a Nismo power brace. If you guys have an S chassis, you probably know what it is. Essentially what it is you have the factory tension rods. They're painted silver. They're boxed underneath, and they usually have a bar that goes from here to here. And this helps kind of stiffen up the front end. If you've ever had one, it's actually pretty noticeable. I did have one, and then I cut it up to fit my JZ, which was a dumb idea because it's stupid expensive and I was desperate. So what we're gonna do real fast is make ourselves our very own Nismo power brace. A Gizmo power, that does not sound right.
The realization is just so beautiful. Oh.
A Jimmy-O power brace. All right, let's, shit. All right, so we're gonna take this 1-inch pipe right here. You see this thing? Yep. And we're literally just gonna weld it inside here. Like right, yeah, just like this, but obviously not below it. There's so much room for error on making this thing, so don't be nervous. But the factory, they put it like right at the crease, so we're gonna try and mimic that. That should do it. All right, check it out. So this thing's gonna sit right about there. How's that look? Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good to me. Nismo who? Yeah. Oh. Woo! All right, not bad. Now there's one more step to the puzzle, kid.
What's that?
You gotta box it in.
Box her in.
Why'd you make that look so heavy? I wasn't expecting where
Knock his front teeth out.
So I didn't actually show this on camera, but I'm really proud of this. So for the front braces right here, I had to make a pedestal so these could actually screw into, and it came out amazing. So I windowed this and welded nuts inside of it, so these just screw right in.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, it's sick. Love that. All right, so we have the bar welded on here, and as you can see, it makes it stiffer, but it's still a flimsy piece, you know? So what the factory does is they actually weld a plate basically from here all the way to here, and that makes it all one solid piece, so it's no longer just a dinky piece of stamped steel, making it a power brace. Oh, check it out. Now we're about 1 can of silver spray paint and a sticker away from a $300-something power brace. I'm actually really happy at how this came out. So, there you go. If you guys have an S chassis and you want a weekend project, make one. It's kind of fun. So the front end officially stripped, so now we just have a bunch of work ahead of us. But now it's time to take out the rear end, and I am super excited for this because this thing has always been super gross. I mean, look at it. It looks like it came off the Titanic. That is actually the rear end from that purple parts car I had like 6 months ago when I built the Red Hatch. It's gross. Everything from that car is gross. I am so pumped to drop this thing. Get it all powder coated, get it all looking good, because it's gonna look so badass seeing this thing in there all cleaned up. Let's get it the heck out of there. Nice. So first, I have like this really weird thing where I like to test fit random car body panels on other cars when they're just laying around. You guys have seen me do it before, but for some reason I threw the Civic rear bumper on the E36. It looks like way too normal, and I think it's hilarious. Check it out. I know it's just hanging there, but there's no reason why it should actually fit that good. You know, that what that tells me though is, well, first off, it's actually bigger than the E36, which is hilarious because I feel like when you think of the Civic, you think of it as a small car. But let's test fit the E36 M3 rear bumper on the Civic. So I'd have to trim the crap out of the top of it, but like the arch and everything.
It's definitely a few inches.
OEM plus or what?
It looks better on this, man, for sure.
Not even close. Well, it was a cool idea. While you're out here, can you help me drop this thing?
Drop what?
The rear end.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while since this thing's been out. I feel like there was a month-and-a-half period where I took this thing in and out of the car probably every other day. And trust me, I'm still sick of it. Now it's time to tear this whole thing down, shave down all these cuts that I never really cleaned up, and send it out to powder coat and get this thing looking brand new again. Luckily, all the control arms are brand new, the brakes, everything, all of that is new. So once we do the subframe and maybe the diff cover, this will look beautiful, especially since this is gonna be like a highlight piece of the car when you look underneath it. I want this to look cool. So I'm usually pretty modest with everything, you guys know. I do everything like trim black, wrinkle black, and like, you know, slight offset colors. For this, I feel like it might be worth being a little extra. I mean, it is a Civic, so there's that. But it'd be kind of fun to let it stick out, you know, where if you look underneath the rear bumper, you can kind of be like, did I just see what I saw, you know? I don't know, maybe do something like, maybe do like a darker gold, or even just if we did like a gunmetal, like something a little bit more out there than just black. I mean, even black with like a gold flake, or I don't know, let me know what you guys think because I'm curious. Or if I should just shut the heck up and do what I usually do and just do a nice subtle black, because I mean, you can't go wrong with that. All right guys, well, I hate to do it to you, but let's start another time lapse with some dope royalty-free music. There's a couple things we can cut off this. The exhaust hangers we're not going to use. There's some weird tabs here for probably e-brake cables. Then we have the mounts for the trailing arm that we cut off to put on the chassis. So we can flapper these clean, simplify a little bit, then she'll be ready for a fresh powder coat. And then besides that, all of this stuff is brand new. Like the corners are new. The knuckles I don't need to paint, you know, it's fine. Everything's new here. Only problem is the lower control arms are also super crusty and they're super expensive. I might have to suck it up and get those also powder coated and just do new bushings inside of them and ball joints. Do I hit him with another time lapse?
For sure.
Okay, let's do it. All right, well that looks a hell of a lot cleaner. Really happy with that. Now it's something you'll probably never see, but it makes me feel good knowing that it doesn't look like we just chopped sun off the damn thing, so. Worth the extra effort. One. Ooh, of course these things, oh my God. There is nothing to these, dude.
Yeah.
God, that thing's ugly. Oh,
All right.
How are you looking? Oh, more rust. That's new. Looks like I got some more welding to do.
Jeez, what the heck?
There's not much rust on this car, but I'll tell you what. There is a lot under here.
No, that's not bad there.
Oh, there. So be it. What surprises me is there's no rust on the rockers. Like you would think, out of all places, it would have it there. Oh. How are you looking?
This side's way worse.
Oh, that's sick. All right, as soon as I start talking about rust, look at this. How does that even happen, dude? That's so bad.
There you go.
Can you see? Yeah, that's cool.
Piece of crap.
Ah, that's great. More metal work. Love it.
Don't worry, that's easy to
What's a little bit more welding and cutting
and hammering
and filling and at least this side went off the Bondo and make it look pretty. I jinx myself. I say, oh, this car is very rust free. Joke's on me. I'll keep my mouth shut from now on.
I don't think that's gonna help.
All right, so we're putting the wires inside the cabin. You guys voted on it. Now, what's really funny is I've never seen a fuse panel like this where the plugs actually go on the bottom. Leave it to Honda to make it super easy. But can we just talk about how gross this dielectric grease is?
Looks like diarrhea grease.
You get it? Diarrhea. Fuck off. We do. Oh. Look at that. You need a new fuse box? Unplug it. No, that's smart. That is so smart. If only the BMW did that, I'd be a happy turkey. Get in there. We'll deal with you later. That looks a lot better. Now there's just more holes to fill. But isn't that what life's about? Filling holes? B-Hall's gonna show you how to mess your car up real quick.
No, Jimmy just showed me. I just showed Jimmy the technique because he tried lifting the wiper arm and it was stuck and it wouldn't come off. Although there's a nut stuck under this one, so we're pretty screwed.
I would not do that on my car.
That's how you do it.
And that's the industry standard, coming from a master body tech himself.
If you want to get them off with these, just smash it around.
You would do that to my bronze tint windshield?
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, here's a whole bunch more harness that we're not gonna
Cut out.
So I want to utilize as much factory wiring as possible because there's no reason why we can't. I mean, we won't have any HVAC controls, but we don't need that. Essentially, I'm keeping the whole entire chassis harness so I have brake lights and headlights, but.
You don't want them on switches?
It's a very thin chassis harness anyways.
It's so tiny. It's so simple. I could just take it out and simplify it. Or I could just shove it underneath the dash and never think about it. Huh?
I like that.
This is just supposed to be a novelty car, you know? And now it's gonna be a, I don't know. So I was hoping to get a little more done today, but we got the thing stripped down, got the subframes ready, we got our power brace made, and we sent everything off the powder coat. I think for like 40 grand. And get that all refreshed. Brian was working all day once again on the floor. This thing is really intricate and he's trying to make it fit beautifully, and I'm really impressed with it. So it's really coming along. We'll actually be able to weld this thing in probably tomorrow if we work on the car. But it's coming together, and trust me guys, I wish I can go faster on this. We're working our asses off down here. It just sucks because this stuff takes so much time, at least to do it right. We could easily throw this car together, and on YouTube it probably looks mint, but in person it's gonna look like shit. And I really want this car to be beautiful in person and online, and we've come this far and done such a good job so far that I don't want to ruin it because we want to skip a couple weeks. So be patient with us. I swear we'll have this car on the road soon enough. Once the chassis is painted, I'll bring that engine swap out super quick. You guys know me. So tomorrow, big day because we'll be messing with the E36 finally and addressing that, and hopefully everything will be fixed tomorrow. I've had a hell of a couple days trying to get this thing straight, and you guys will hear about it tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. But of course, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.